All right, guys. Speaking of the Mario movie, bro, that movie made $1 billion in 1 month. I swear to God, $1 billion. You thought Pikachu set the bar, Sonic set the bar, and now Mario is set the bar even higher than what Sonic did. Except Sonic 3 is gonna overtake Mario. Let's be real. But anyway, speaking of video game movies, look at this. Look at this right here. Please don't make a Smash Brothers movie. Why? Come on. It's most likely gonna happen anyway. Plus, look at the three characters in the thumbnail. They they look like they look like the same characters from the games, but with tweaks. They will fit perfectly with each other based off their designs compared to how they look in the games. Yes, the games designs are more iconic because of with the fact that we're used to them and they just look appealing. But these new designs that we've been getting in these video game adaptations, they tweak the designs while still keeping the core of the designs, core of the characters, but except they make them feel more alive. In the adaptations, they're more alive, they're more expressive, they're more freedom, they're more so brought to life. Just with a few makeovers, you know. But yeah, let's react to this. Please don't make a Smash Brothers movie. From Scafferes Production. I don't fucking know his name, but yeah.
Funding for Shake Rose is provided by Squarespace, the sponsor of today's video. So lately I've been seeing this image tossed around a lot on Twitter. A mock-up of a potential Smash Bros. Movie poster made by AGT Design. It's a nice poster based on a fun little hypothetical, but what deeply concerns me is the number of people reposting or commenting on it saying, OMG, this needs to happen. Because, holy shit, I can't.
It actually does need to happen though, since Nintendo even themselves, Miyamoto even himself said that they're gonna make more Nintendo projects in the future. Which I am gonna say is though, if they make a Smash Bros. Movie, do it by another company, please. I cannot stress this enough, guys. Y'all saying we're gonna get a Smash Bros. Movie, but let's be real here. Y'all remember who made the Mario movie? What company made the Mario movie, right? Just remember, that's my only concern. A Smash Bros. Movie would be lit, but for one, we have to wait a few more years down the line since, like I said before, we're just getting started with these video game movies. We're just getting started. Like, give it a few more, like 10 more years down the line. Or, no, maybe 5 more years. So that way the hype is still here while at the same time have it being developed. You know? A Smash Bros. Movie would be lit. But I am gonna say this though. Do not have y'all keep forgetting what company made the Mario movie. It's one thing to make a Mario movie from them because Mario himself is just an entertaining character from all generations. So you might as well have Illumination do the movie. Except I would have DreamWorks do the movie, like I keep saying. But if you're gonna make a whole Nintendo cinematic year, just have the Mario movie that we have now be the only Illumination Nintendo movie, or the only video game adaptation from Illumination. Have the Mario movie be that. Because let's be real here, the Mario movie should have never been made by Illumination from the start. But whatever, it's out now. I can't do nothing about it. The movie's out. The movie made $1 billion. Nothing I can do about it at this point. But all I'm gonna say is that if you make more, Miyamoto, take my advice. More Nintendo projects in the future. Don't have it be made by Illumination. Let's be real here. Because come on, so help me God. If I get a Legend of Zelda movie from Illumination, if I get a freaking Kirby movie from Illumination, all these video game adaptations to build up a Smash Brothers movie. from Illumination. If I get a Sonic movie from Illumination, which we better not ever get in our career, it's one thing for Mario, but for Sonic, stay away from the. Stay away. Stay away. A Pac-Man movie from Illumination. A Mega Man movie from Illumination. Like, you get what I'm saying? A Call of Duty movie from Illumination. Like, come on. Come on. Come on. Don't. Just don't. Just don't. Just don't. Like, I feel like I said this in my review, but they probably made the movie from Illumination just to build sales for and to hype up that Nintendo theme park from Universal Studios at the freaking theme park. That's probably why. So help me God, if we get a Legend of Zelda movie from Illumination, I'm gonna flip my ball sack. And plus, they're building up to a Smash Brothers movie. Just remember, if we do get that Smash Brothers movie, and if it's from Illumination, just remember, y'all begged for it. Because when I'm watching the Mario movie, I cannot help but notice that they have a lot of missed opportunities. The movie could have been taken more, not necessarily more serious, but the movie could have been had more weight to it if it wasn't so freaking fast-paced and silly. Just remember, y'all are asking for this. That's my only complaints with the Mario movie. And that's my only complaint with y'all wanting a Smash Bros. Movie. It better not be made by Illumination. Y'all asked for this.
I cannot stress enough how much it does not. I feel like I'm living in crazy town because the idea of a Super Smash Bros. Movie is genuinely one of the worst ideas I've ever heard. And for so many reasons, to the point where I need to express them all in video form, rather than in just a tweet thread. First of all, you see the obvious problem with the hypothetical crossover this poster provides, right? Do people think it's seriously a good idea to bring live-action Ben Schwartz Sonic and live-action Ryan Reynolds Pikachu into the same universe as the animated Mario characters? Like, we all understand the stark difference between the mediums of animation and live-action films, as well as how different the tones and writing styles of these movies are, right? But whatever. I'm just gonna assume people don't literally want that, and then having...
I mean, I said this. I mean, it could actually happen, though. You could do, like, a Space Jam thing. I said this, like, have Sonic be with live-action Mario in animation. They could do, like, a Space Jam, like, Smash Bros. Crossover thing. Like, I feel like that's the only way I can see these specific versions of the characters crossover. Because when I'm looking at these fan-made Smash Bros. Movie posters, they have the Chris Pratt, like, Illumination Mario characters compared with the Sonic movie, like Paramount Sonic movie, and then there's Detective Pikachu, and then there's I even saw them like redo like tweak Kirby's or Mega Man's designs. I saw a few fan posters, and they all have the same Paramount Sonic and Illumination Mario. And I'm like, the only way I see this happening, these specific versions of the characters crossover, is that they do like a Space Jam crossover type of thing, leading up to a Smash Brothers movie, or have it be the Smash Brothers movie.
Live-action Sonic and Pikachu on this poster is just visual shorthand for the idea of different Smash franchises crossing over.
The poster looks cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks lit.
Deposits a more concrete plan for a Nintendo Cinematic Universe, where all these different franchises lead into a Smash Bros. Movie. And like, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and assume this is just another cute little hypothetical, considering how hilariously unrealistic these planned dates are. Like, you really think Illumination is just gonna shelve everything else they've got in the works just to rush out a Nintendo Cinematic Universe? Like, come on. Wait a minute, Illumination?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like you would think. You guys have to think twice and hard about who's making the project here. Literally, look at the name of this company. Look who made the Mario movie. Just go back into go deeper into the company's history and watch their previous movies and see if you still want a Smash Bros. Movie from these people. That's what I'm saying, guys. And plus, like this guy just said, you really think they would cancel all their upcoming projects just to make a Smash Bros. Cinematic Universe? Although I am gonna say it would be kind of lit if they do, since it'll be kind of lit if Nintendo let's just say this. Let's just say if Nintendo and Universal decide like, you know what, f them Minions, f them Despicable Me movies, f them Sing movies, f them what else did Illumination make? F them Pets movies. What else did they make? I think that's it. F them movies. Like, nobody likes them anyway. Despite the fact that they bring us money, they're still not good movies. We want to make quality pieces of media from now on. So how about change Illumination to Nintendo Pictures? Yeah, because they bought out a studio they bought the animation studio that made the Mario movie. And bro, that animation to this day looked clean. So yeah, F Illumination. Nintendo Pictures is the new animated studio that. Oh wait. Because then, what happens if Universal wants to make movies that aren't animated kids movies that aren't Nintendo related? Huh? Does the Nintendo universe end the pitch of animated movies they want to make, or just have Nintendo and Universal be its like own little side company, kind of like how Disney and Marvel be doing it, and Warner Bros. And DC do that? Huh? Who knows? Or just have Illumination, like since Illumination be doing some Dr. Seuss type of things as well. Have like the Grinch and all. Have Illumination probably do the same thing with Nintendo characters and raise their company even higher. But hey, what am I? Who am I as a Sonic fan to tell Nintendo what to do, right? I need to be grateful that we even have a Mario movie, even though the movie to this day should have been made by freaking DreamWorks.
You think Illumination is capable of giving us a Star Fox, Zelda, and
Exactly.
Metroid movie?
Exactly. Many people want a Metroid movie, which I want too. But just remember just remember the studio, because, oh, the Mario movie, well, yeah, we need more Nintendo. Just remember who made the Mario movie, guys. Just remember.
They barely managed to give us a halfway decent adaptation of the funny haha Wahoo Plumber guy. And you expect them to do us.
Exactly. Mario is the most popular video game character of all time. And you mean to tell me that not the first movie, but with its first faithful adaptation and animation brought to the screen on Modern Movie Day, you mean to tell me that you managed to give us a 7.5 out of 10 movie? That's my rating. That's what I would rate the Mario movie. A 7.5 out of 10. And the fact that Illumination of all companies, guys.
Sci-fi horror franchise like Metroid Justice? Are you kidding me? Are you out of your mind? But like, I don't really want to shit on these images too much since I just.
Exactly. And plus, because if they make a Smash Bros. Movie, everyone wants Sonic to be in it. I'm just saying that right now. As a Sonic fan, keep Illumination away from my blue boy. Keep Illumination's dirty jokes, trash writing, cringy characters, cringy minions. So help me God, if they make a Sonic the Hedgehog movie from Illumination, and if I have to go in that theater room to watch minions dressed as Sonic characters, and then have the all of a sudden Sega thing, so help me God, if I hear a minion, like hear the minions dressed as Sonic characters singing the Sonic music, and have the one of the minions go Sega, I'm gonna.
Kind of see them as fun what-if scenarios. So let's not worry about them for the rest of the video. The thing that really concerns me, though, is the amount of people posting how much they need something like this to happen. As if the mere concept of a Nintendo Cinematic Universe existing is more important than actually thinking about if it would work at all. Because, I'm gonna be totally honest, I don't think it would. I think...
I mean, it kind of would. It kind of would work. Although I am going to say this, though. Don't be shoving as much characters down as possible. Because I feel like that's the game's thing. The game is because it's a game. You can play as different characters fighting each other. But if you're making a 3-act structured script, have these franchises be the ones to appear in the movie. Mario, Sonic, uh, Pikachu, Pokemon, Legend of Zelda, Metroid, Star Fox, Kirby, uh, Captain Falcon. Yeah, I forgot about him. Kid Icarus, Pac-Man, Mega Man. Is there another popular video game franchise that will work in the hypothetical Smash Bros movie in the future? Come on, Minecraft. Minecraft, Minecraft's coming out with a movie soon, and plus Minecraft's in Smash. That blew up the internet. Just imagine that in live action or animation in the movie theaters. Wait, yeah. Uh, Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, Crash. Yeah, Crash needs a movie. I'm not gonna lie to you. Crash needs a movie because Mario, Sonic, and Crash are like the three Trinity, and we had two Sonic movies and a Mario movie. So we need a Crash. I mean to be fair though, Sonic and Mario are popular, and a lot of people already recognized them a long time ago, whereas people are just starting to notice Crash Bandicoot. So give it some time before you make a Crash Bandicoot movie. But still, a Pac-Man. I said Pac-Man. But yeah, Crash Bandicoot needs to be in the movie. Smash Bros. Movie. Banjo and Kazooie. Uh, I am gonna say this though. Do not make a Splatoon movie. Cause let me tell you something. Come on, Nintendo. If you were to have a movie made by Illumination, Splatoon would fit perfectly. Make that be a stupid kids dumb fun movie to shut kids up instead of your most popular IP. Treat your bigger IPs with respect. You know. Don't make a don't make a Splatoon movie. Don't have Splatoon be in the Smash Bros. Movie. I'm just saying that right now. I'm gonna piss off a lot of Splatoon fans, but I'm just saying.
Schools in Texas.
No. I just take that back. Splatoon can actually work as a movie. Never mind. I just take that back.
Over 50 campuses across.
Years of being conditioned to expect cinematic universes thanks to Marvel and all of its failure copycats have really warped the way general audiences approach movies. And I have no problem with the idea of other Nintendo properties being translated into visual mediums. I just sincerely doubt that many of them would mesh well in a crossover film or shared universe. Also, let's just entirely throw out the idea of Illumination covering Zelda and Metroid.
Exactly.
Get real. A Zelda film would have to be done by a studio more capable of something grandiose and emotional, like your Leica's or your Cartoon Saloons, while a Metroid film should be much more mature and intense, garnering at least a PG-13 rating.
Exactly. Like you gotta think the fact that these are movies, guys. These are movies made by movie companies. These are not what you think it is from Nintendo and Sega, all these other game companies, where they can do whatever they want. There are scenes that you guys need to forget there's gonna be lots of CGI, lots of VFX artists making the CGI and the world building. Cause remember, the Mario movie took years to make. The Sonic movies, they had to go through redesigns. They had to go through character redesigns. And plus, Detective Pikachu, I remember one of the people who made the movie said it took them a year just to create the designs of the Pokemon that appeared in the movie. And you can sure as hell see that effort. Come on, guys. You guys have to remember, these are movies made by companies. You guys need to remember who you are asking to make these movies.
Should be animated.
And plus, the games themselves already have the established themes, established tones. You would think you need that as well to be translated into the film department, because what makes a great video game adaptation is that No, it's not just the designs. Oh, the character models look good. No, it's just we love the video game adaptations because they're great. They're good movies. They took the themes of the franchises and translated it into a film, and they make sure to do their studying and research while they're at it too, while they're making the movie. Even if they could have done a better job, they still did a good job for what they've done, what we've been seeing.
At all. Granted, I would love an adult animated Metroid film, but that doesn't really seem feasible in today's film landscape. So I wouldn't mind a live action interpretation of Metroid. I don't think anyone can argue that these would be much stronger versions of a Zelda and Metroid film than whatever Illumination could pull off.
Exactly.
These franchises have different needs than Mario.
Exactly.
Translating them to the big screen. And the focus should be on finding a studio or filmmaker that would help them flourish. Or alternatively, we could always just let a studio that tonally does not mesh with these IPs rush them out.
Exactly. That's what I said. Nintendo, of all companies, if you wanted to make a Mario movie, that's fine. But of all companies, you chose these stupid ass minions. All I'm saying is that your future projects need to be made by a completely different company. Even as this guy said, your characters do not mesh well with Illumination. So if you wanted to do a Mario movie, have it be done by freaking DreamWorks.
It's just for the sake of making a big crossover film. That sounds like a great idea. I genuinely don't get why it's hard to grasp that different Nintendo franchises have different tones. And
Exactly.
thus wouldn't really work when shoved together. But what about Smash Bros, you might ask? Nintendo already proved that they can have
I mean, a Smash Brothers movie would be lit. A Smash Brothers movie would be lit for.
their franchises cross over with it being wildly successful. So why can't they do the same thing in a movie? Quick question. Do you play Smash Bros for the story? These universes
No, I don't. Although I am gonna say this though, I did love the World of Light story and Smash Ultimate and the Smash Brothers Brawl story. I love those, but it's like, let's be real here. If they made a Smash Bros movie with a story, they would kind of fuck it up. They would screw it up. Like they would screw up the story. If they take previous storylines, they would screw it up. They would cut out some of them. They would cut out some parts for the sake of deleted scenes. That would be more important than the rush mess we got in. The CGI would probably look unfinished. Not terrible like a lot of the Marvel movies, but you know what I'm trying to say. No, take your time. I just thought of it. Now that I think about it, guys, okay, y'all kind of starting to ask for too much, but no. A Super Smash Bros. Movie would probably happen.
are so fundamentally
But yes, a lot of people play Smash Bros. Just to play as different characters. And plus, it is a crossover, but a lot of people. It's a popular game because of its crossover, but really it's because it's a great game. It's a great game for you. You just play as different video game icons that we already love, and just fight other icons. Like when I play Smash Bros., I would always play as Sonic or Mario, fighting other characters like Pac-Man, Link, Donkey Kong. Yeah.
compatible that the lore of Smash Bros. Is that all of these fighters are just toys. Everything in this series is just a kid playing with his figurines and making them
Toy
fight
Story?
each other. None of this is canon to any of these franchises except arguably Kid Icarus. And I shudder to think of a movie adaptation that tries to actually justify the way these characters and universes would collide. And before you say that Subspace Emissary exists, and that's proof that Smash Bros. Could have a story that works for a movie, I am once again asking you to get real. Subspace's plot is scattered and all over the place. It's hard to tell what's going on or what anyone's motivation is. But it doesn't really matter since the appeal is just watching your favorite Nintendo characters meet each other and team up. Would this really work in a movie format, though? I don't really see it, especially when you have to juggle the previously established goofy tone of Mario with a slightly more serious tone of Zelda
Exactly.
and a way more mature Metroid.
Exactly. Like I said, the Mario movie was, I would have taken the story just a little bit more serious. Maybe then we could talk about a Smash Brothers movie, because at least you will have more, like you will have, you wouldn't have looked at this Mario movie as you wouldn't have looked at the Mario movie as a fun, silly kids movie to keep kids entertained.
Franchise. You just can't make a film that would satisfy all three of those audiences in one movie. And that's not even getting into how many other franchises there are, all with their own tonal differences. Subspace kind of pulled this sort of crossover off tonally, but it also had the benefit of not having to follow any previous game in any series continuity-wise. These aren't the same Mario characters or Zelda characters we followed in a previous story. They are toys! There was a lot less story baggage involved with making Subspace Emissary that you suddenly would get if you wanted a huge shared universe that leads into a crossover film. Then there's the fact that Shigeru Miyamoto was heavily involved in the creation of the Mario movie. So, with a Smash Bros. Movie, it's kind
Oh yeah,
of
you need Sakura. You need Sakurai. Yeah. You need Sakurai. Yeah.
Hiro Sakurai. And I just can't see this hard-working, meticulous man wanting to trust Illumination with his child. He
Exactly.
is the Smash franchise. More so than Miyamoto is the Mario franchise, considering how expansive it is and how little he's been involved with recent titles. Ultimately, Nintendo has the final say in whether to make a Smash Bros. Movie, and they can do it with or without Sakurai. But they've never done a Smash game without him before.
Exactly. No. I'm gonna say this shit right fucking now. if you make a Smash Bros. Movie, don't matter what company makes it, have Sakurai be there. Because the last thing I need is a cash grab, terrible Smash Bros. Movie that's gonna get memed upon for the rest of our lives, guys. And then everyone's gonna be blaming us, and then we're gonna be hating the movie, cloning it like we're the ones that did not just ask for it. That's the last thing I need with a Super Smash Bros. Movie. Come on, everyone. Just remember what y'all are asking for.
I can't imagine a world where they don't want him heavily involved in a Smash film.
But yeah, let's be real here. Also, what are the scores gonna be? What are the ratings? Like with the Smash Brothers movie, have good the reviews. I assume that critics are gonna trash the fuck out of it since, they trash Mario movie and Sonic movie. I already know I already know these critics are probably gonna bitch about this movie. I already know critics would bitch about it. But for real though, what would its rating be though? That's what I for sure would know. You would think it would be PG, rated PG, because all the other previous video game, all the other adaptations are PG, right? But because of the actions and the franchises you're juggling into this one crossover movie, and all the action and everything, and the characters and what would another thing? What would the tone be? Would the Super Smash Bros. Movie be taken seriously, or would it be like a joke? No, not a joke. Or would it be a silly movie, kind of like how the Mario movie was? What would the tone be? Because like this guy just said, you play games like Metroid, Legends of Zelda, even Star Fox to a certain degree. Sonic. Yeah, Sonic. Even Sonic. They're franchises that are taken more seriously than a character like Mario, Kirby, Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, yeah.
And I don't know, he seems to be enjoying the break he's taking right now.
So would the rating be rated PG, or would it be PG-13 because of all the action we're gonna get, and what the characters can do? It will probably be PG-13.
Would he want to dedicate years of his life to working with an American animation studio and making sure that they get every little detail consistent with the universe he created? Maybe, but it just doesn't feel all that likely to me. Finally, I hate to sound old-fashioned, but Why can't a movie just be a movie anymore? Why can't a film exist without having to be part of a larger cinematic universe? Especially considering how we've seen in the past few years that only one cinematic universe has actually been successful. The MCU had a plan from the beginning, a tone that clicks together across all of its movies.
And now look at, and now look at that. Look where we are now, guys. MCU movies are getting trashed. We need to think hard and twice of what we want. Because the last thing I need is for our characters, our video game icons that we have loved for years, guys. And I'm not just talking about Mario or Sonic. I'm talking about all of these other video game fans. Because I love video games in general. And now that we're starting to get video game adaptations and us wanting a Smash Bros. Movie, now that I think about it, we need to think hard and twice. Because the last thing I need is for our characters. In fact, hold on. The last thing I need is for our characters that we loved for years, for decades, for our whole lives, our childhood characters, to be trashed on by these fucking critics, but these media outlets, since they've been, because these media outlets, people wanting woke movies for them to make them woke, and for the general public to look at them like, what the hell are these characters? No, get them the fuck out of here. And the last thing I need is a video game movie fatigue, because we're the superhero fatigue exists for a while. I want video game movies to be unique, for something for us to remember on. Those movies where you just look at them and you like, yeah, those movies are so fantastic. I remember when we was in those era. When we was in that era, it was so hype, and the Smash Bros. Movie was so lit and fire. The last thing I need is for our characters to be looked at as stupid characters. Stupid characters. They're trash. The lore is trash. Do this. If you're a Sonic fan like me, you know how long we had to suffer do that shit. You know how long we had to suffer do people just trashing our franchise. That's the last thing I need. And the fact that these are there video game franchises crossing over? That's the last thing I need, guys. That's the last thing I need. Is for them to bitch on our characters, change up their shit just to satisfy these dumbasses. And then at the end of the day, them trashing our Smash Bros. Movie. Oh, because it's woke, it's trash. That's the last thing I need, guys. Last thing I need. Sorry, guys. Sorry if I sounded a bit too upset, but I just love these characters. And I love the fact that we're getting video game adaptations now. But I'm just saying, that's the last thing I need.
And a consistent level of quality control, at least for its first 3 phases.
Exactly, and then the MCU just started to fucking fall off. The MCU just started to fall off. But yeah.
The same can't really be said for the DC universe or the Dark universe. Yeah, remember when that was a thing? Nintendo may have...
Exactly. Oh yeah, and also the last thing I need is a DC situation where they have their movies be trashed on to the point where they have to reboot it. Not even finish the franchise. They literally have to have a reboot. The last thing I need is for them to make a fucking like a Kirby movie that just restarts the whole universe. Because that's what they're doing with The Flash. Shoving in Supergirl, Batman, all that. And then they have the multiverse be like an excuse for them to like shove in the Flashpoint, the Flashpoint storyline. To have that be a reason for them starting the DC universe because of their shit productions.
Have a huge crossover franchise under their belt with Smash, but a crossover franchise is not the same as a shared universe. Mario should just stick to Mario. And they shouldn't have to strain themselves creatively to try and think of justification to bring these characters into the same story as fucking Xenoblade. With all that said, I'm gonna go ahead and undermine my why can't a movie just be a movie question, because I honestly do think the Mario movie could very well be a great basis for a shared universe.
Exactly.
And that universe is the Mario universe. There is so much across this gigantic franchise's history that you could pull from for a movie, to the point where it's kind of absurd that people would ask, yeah, so when's Zelda coming into the mix?
Exactly. Like, I feel like, now that I think about it, like, I feel like Illumination, if Nintendo, if you were to make if you were to make a Mario movie sequel type of thing, since I know for a fact that the Mario movie is getting a sequel, I know that for sure. If you were to have the Mario movie get a sequel, have Mario be the only IP from Illumination. You could do like we all theorized before the movie came out. You could do like a Mario Galaxy type of sequel that will make me explain the fucking Luma that you wasted. Oh yeah, that reminds me. There'll be lots of for a franchise that we love. You would think Illumination, of all people, they're for sure gonna waste the universe and make them stupid, dumb, fun kids movies. That's what I mean when I said that they shouldn't have the Mario movie be made by Illumination. They should have it be made by DreamWorks.
How about Daisy, Rosalina, Wario, Waluigi, or King Yoshi first? How about an adaptation of Galaxy, or Sunshine, or even one of the RPGs? And then there's the obvious. Charlie Day and Seth Rogen have gone on record saying that they would love a Luigi's Mansion and Donkey Kong Country film, respectively. And yeah, why not? It's very different from the idea of a Smash Bros. Film that brings a bunch of franchises together, since both of these movies would be spin-offs derived from the Mario movie, which is a much more sensible thing to ask for. And just from a personal preference point of view, I love a good spin-off. Not only can I enjoy a banger movie that completely stands on its own, like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, but now, when I go back...
Oh yeah, which reminds me, I said this in my review, but people praised the Puss in Boots movie. I haven't watched it yet because I didn't care to see it, but I said that they could have taken that same, but they could have done the same thing with the Mario movie.
Back to Shrek 2, it's so much cooler knowing what's in store for this character later down the line. It enhances an already great movie because I have a better sense of the depth of Puss's character, which makes it all the more exciting to relive how he started on screen. The same applies to the character of Saul Goodman. I actually rewatched Better Call Saul recently, and don't I feel sheepish, because I actually kinda love it now. But it makes revisiting Breaking Bad such a treat, because it reframes the one-dimensional silly lawyer man as one of the most nuanced, layered, and tragic characters in the entire universe. When I look at him acting goofy with Walter and Jesse, I constantly find myself wondering if it's a facade and if he's thinking about Chuck or Kim at any given moment. It's absolute hell. I love it. Spin-offs...
Daybreak is informative, welcoming, and energetic.
You're gonna know everything you need. That just exist to be good standalone stories rather than stepping stones to a huge crossover event are awesome. Plus, I felt like Donkey Kong and especially Luigi were underutilized in the movie, so giving them their own film in order to better flesh them out would be great. And Illumination could totally handle these, as well as any other future Mario spin-offs or sequels.
Exactly. Maybe that's why they didn't do much with Luigi, just for the sake of starting this new universe and having the Luigi's Mansion movie be the movie where you develop Luigi more. Even though the movie that you made, it's called Super Mario Brothers. Mario Brothers, remember? Like I said, I want to do a Luigi's Mansion movie. However, what I would do is in the Mario movie, I'll give Luigi a side plot to flesh out his motives. I'll have Daisy kind of boost his confidence and have him man up, teaming up with Mario to take down Bowser. Fight King Boo from Luigi's Mansion. I'll have a Luigi's Mansion side plot in the Mario movie. while still having them be Mario Brothers. Flesh out Luigi's side of the plot instead of fucking having them be useless in a cage for like most of the movie. In a movie called Super Mario Brothers. But yeah.
Stuff based on Yoshi's Island or WarioWare. It's not nearly as much of a stretch for them as a franchise with fucking Ridley in it would be. So, this is my best case scenario when it comes to the future of Nintendo adaptations. Illumination sticks with Mario and the insanely vast universe and cast of characters
Exactly.
from there, and the other Nintendo franchises are given to more appropriate studios and filmmakers. Not all of them need to be done by American studios either. They might want to do that with the heavy hitters like Zelda, since it would probably make them the most money overseas. But please, for the love of God, give us an anime series based on Fire Emblem Three Houses, Xenoblade, or Kid Icarus Uprising. Those games have stories that would suit the medium of television so much better than film. And there's so many anime studios out there that would do a great job with these properties. And if you want to give Illumination another IP, maybe they can make something half decent out of Kirby or Splatoon. I'd also say Pikmin, but actually no, I don't
Splatoon.
trust anyone with Pikmin. Leave it alone. But the main thing I want to express is that Smash Bros. Should be off the table. It would creatively be a disaster, the tone would be a mess, it would potentially sacrifice getting quality adaptations of multiple other beloved franchises just for the sake of an obligatory shared universe. The fan base will probably complain when they don't get the rights to literally every third-party series from the game. And Sakurai deserves a nap. Not having to be saddled with giving creative directions to the guys who made the Minions. I would sooner take a gritty, adrenaline-fueled live-action adaptation of Ice Climber than a Smash Bros. Movie. Actually, that Ice Climber idea sounds pretty good. Like, what else are they doing with the IP? Why not make it? Okay, I'm gonna go pitch that to Nintendo now, so that's about it. Good night, Tri-State area. Oh, and for the next Smash game, I'm really hoping for Squarespace representation. Maybe not through a fighter, since I don't know who they'd add, but definitely through a stage. You could design your own website and then fight on said website. That would be pretty rad. Speaking of which, let me tell you more about Squarespace. Squarespace is a fantastic, intuitive, online website builder that...
Every time I watch a video about something, they always have Squarespace. I don't know why. Maybe by the time I get bigger, I'm going to advertise Squarespace as my sponsor. Shit, well, who knows?
allows you to create beautiful websites.
Oh, that's it. I just looked it through and there's nothing else. So, yeah. All of these other video game adaptations, that we've been getting lately, were probably good because, not because of the fact that we're leading to a Smash Brothers movie, is because because the games that they adapted, they probably stuck to the universe of the games that they adapted. Like I can see a Super Smash Brothers movie, but like this guy said, and even what I said, you would have to think about what makes a great movie, you know? I feel like a Super Smash, if we are to ever get a Super Smash Brothers movie, it will break records. It will be the highest grossing movie of all time, considering that the Mario movie made $1 billion in 1 month. It will break record for sure. You would think the company that makes the movie, and you would think of the tones and the VFX and all the movie sides of these projects. I feel like a lot of people just want to see the game stuff brought to the movie, but you have to think of the movie side of the creatives as well. You have to think about the fact that it's not the same as the games. Yes, I love the fact that we're getting video game adaptations, but I feel like in a Super Smash Brothers movie would be lit as fuck. But you also have to think about the fact that the universes that are crossing over are already big enough to have their own cinematic universe. For instance, we're getting a Sonic cinematic universe. There's a lot of stories from Sonic the Hedgehog that they can they can pull from and do its own spin from it. Like how they combined Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles in Sonic 2 movie. Or they can even just tell their own stories. And plus, you also have to think about that these are different versions of the characters that we know. These are movies, guys. Like, I see a lot of people saying that, oh, we need a Mario movie Galaxy. We need a Mario Galaxy movie. We need a Sonic Unleashed movie, Sonic 06 the movie. Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 needs to be Sonic Adventure 2, the movie. Like, no. These are movies for a reason. These are video game adaptations for a reason. Yes, take inspirations from those games that y'all want, but don't have it be a direct copy. Take inspirations, yes, do that for sure, but don't have it be direct copies. Because that's another thing. Y'all are saying that, oh, these specific stories, yeah, because they're stories. Those specific stories work for a reason. And if you just retell it over and over again, it's going to get stale and boring to the point where it ruins what made that unique story unique to begin with. Like, if you were to retell it, only do it one time and that's it. But change some things up. You know, change some things up. And also the CGI. So, you know, the CGI in the Sonic movies and Detective Pikachu looked great. The animation in the Mario movie looked great. But what about a Smash Bros. Movie? You have all these other IPs. They're probably gonna rush it for the sake of us getting hyped for it, and it will probably look terrible or meh. It will look like wonky. Some things will probably look unfinished. They'll cut out some of the story for deleted scenes. Like guys, y'all need to think about the fact that these are movies. These are movies. At the end of the day. Because yes, even though I'm hyped as fuck that we're getting video game adaptations, and I'm happy that a lot of people are saying that video game adaptations are going to be the new norm of movies. The new hype. Next to the Mario movie and the Sonic movies and Detective Pikachu. I love that, but eventually, if they do end up making a Smash Bros. Movie, the hype after that will probably go down. I feel like if you were to make a Super Smash Bros. Movie, only make one movie. Wait a whole lot of years. Just after these IPs have already been established, wait a whole lot of years, and then only make one, and I mean only one Super Smash Bros. Movie. Only one Smash Bros. Movie. Only one. But yeah. And that's it. Oh yeah, and another thing, one more thing. Who would act as these characters? Because it's clear, now at this point, it's clear that they're not bringing in the actors or the voice actors from the games. I mean, yes, they'll only bring a few actors. They'll have Charles Martinet voice other characters in the Mario movie. They'll have Colleen as Tails in the Sonic movies, but they'll probably only bring in a few actors from the games. But let's be real here. All these video game characters are being voiced by celebrities. That's probably the reason why everyone's showing up. Because before, people sure as hell didn't want video game movies. Everyone was trashing video game adaptations. Thanks to the first Mario movie that started that tradition. Detective Pikachu and Sonic were praised, and Mario was praised not only because it was faithful to the games, but they also had celebrity voice actors. Like when the Sonic movies were released, us gamers were saying that the Sonic characters were great, the movie itself was great, but a lot of the general public and the critics would say that Jim Carrey stole the show. And then the Mario announcement came with the whole Chris Pratt memes, Jack Black as Bowser, all that. And then a lot of people are saying that if they kept the game actors, it will get stale. So, and plus, they had Idris Elba as Knuckles. They had who's gonna voice Shadow in Sonic the Hedgehog 3? Keanu Reeves, Robert Pattinson. Like these, like it's clear as day that they're probably they're not gonna get the same actors from previous media of these video game of these iconic video game characters. They're gonna get celebrity voice actors. Hell, I even heard if they made a Metroid movie, they'll have Brie Larson act as Samus. They'll have Brie Larson be Samus, which Brie Larson herself even said, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's clear that the actors playing the characters. Yeah, it's clear that the actors playing the characters are not going to be the video game actors. They're going to be celebrity voice actors. They're going to be celebrities. So yeah, a Super Smash Bros. Movie would be lit, but you also have to think about it. You also have to really think long term about it, about what they would. First of all, and then on top of that, one more thing: is the Super Smash Bros. Movie even gonna be good? Yes, it will be lit because we have a Super Smash Bros. Movie, and it will be fire. Seeing all these video games brought to life and them crossing over. But with the movie itself, would be even good? You know? Or will we only love it because the fact that it's Super Smash Bros. In the movie front? So yeah. Yeah, guys, we have to, now that I think about it, guys, we have to think really long term, really hard about it. Yes, I want a Super Smash Bros. Movie, but at the same time, I'm worried if they actually do, it will probably suck. You know? I'm worried that it will probably be a cash grab. But yeah, that's all I gotta say right now. So, if we do get a Super Smash Bros. Movie, it better be good. It better be fire. Otherwise, we're gonna get a video game fatigue. And that's the last thing I want. Like I said, that's the last thing I want. So I'm not saying a Super Smash Bros. Movie is a bad idea. In fact, I think it will be lit. But yeah, you guys gotta think really long term about it. Different video game ideas. Fuck, I can't talk. Different video game IPs. With different established franchises and themes meshed into one movie, one 3-act structure. The tones, and then on top of that, the movie department with the VFX, the CGI, the actors, the voice actors. Who knows how it will be? Well, all I'm saying is that if we get a Super Smash Bros. Movie, hopefully they'll know what they're doing. Anyway, that's all I gotta say right now. So peace. Super Smash Bros. Movie would be lit though. I'm not gonna lie to you.